The red pool, it's doing great. I did a TikTok video on it. I got 800,000 views. Did really well here on my YouTube. People have been reaching out to me, including this company sent me this as a promotional gift. A company called Betta. This is their smart pool skimmer. Now what this thing is it's solar powered, has a built-in battery in it. You put it in the pool and it automatically works a lot like a Roomba that drives around and vacuums your house. This thing drives around and vacuums your pool. It's solar powered. You can just leave it in there all the time. Comes in either white or blue. I picked the white one. It's got these little rollers here and some little turbo props in the back. All right, kind of like a submarine would use or something. You simply open this up and inside is this basket. So the way it works is as it's rolling around, this little paddle here is catching the leaves and things on the surface, putting it into this basket. You simply take the basket out, you dump it, you rinse it, and that's it. It pretty much is completely automatic. That's all there is to it. Now, I think this thing sells for $500 or $600, something like that. I will have a direct link to this thing in the video description if you want to buy it. They sent me this thing as a free gift. I always tell these people when they send me these things, I'm going to give an unbiased view of this thing, okay? Just because you give it to me for free, even if you pay me, you can't buy me off. If your product sucks, I will say so. You take that risk when you're dealing with me. So if I do an endorsement for a product, or if you see it on my channel, you'll know that I'm going to give you the straight dirt, and I'm going to let you know how this thing works. So I've simply taken it out of the box. There wasn't much to the unboxing. The thing was in a box. I took it out of the box. That was the whole thing. The instructions are pretty simple. It says turn it on, put it in the pool. Now, it comes with a remote control. Now you can go into remote control mode and drive it over to the area. Like if there's one leaf, some piece of debris that's in the pool, you can't just see, and it keeps missing it. You can drive it over there, or you can drive it over to you so that you can grab it instead of waiting for it. So that's what the remote's for. So what you do is, anytime you press one of the buttons, it automatically goes into remote mode. You want it to return back to auto mode, you just press the middle button and it'll go back to auto. Now I haven't actually tried this thing yet, haven't got it wet yet. Let's try it out in the red pool, see how it does. Now fortunately for me, or maybe unfortunately for the product testing, my pool's pretty clean today. One of the reasons my pool is really clean is I'm going to tell you this little trick that I do. There's a nozzle there, there's a nozzle there, and there's a nozzle here. I pretty much leave the pump running most of the time, and I'm hoping that using this is going to help let me reduce the pump usage so I don't have to run it all the time. But the reason I run it all the time is I want to keep the pool clean. And what I've done is I've pointed that nozzle this direction, I've pointed that nozzle this direction, and then I pointed this nozzle that direction. You'll notice there's a nice spinny round thing going here. So everything is moving in a nice flow in a circle, which funnels it right into the skimmer, which is right there. Since I've made that change and I leave the pump running, the surface stuff just disappears and goes right into the basket. That has made a huge difference. So if you have the ability to adjust your nozzles on your pool and you have it set up in that way so that you can get a nice circle flow going, it'll stay pretty clean. Now I'm concerned about that flow because you can see, maybe you can see on camera how much the water's moving. So this thing may end up going against the tide, or it may be spinning it around. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the pool and see what happens. I'm going to just simply turn it on, which is what they tell you to do, and just drop it in the water. See what happens. Now, obviously, I can see that it's thrusting itself actually, but there's already water movement here. So I'm going to kind of follow it around the pool. I want to see what happens. It's going to hit the curb here, and we're going to see the rollers come into effect. There it goes. All right, it's steering itself around the stairs. Wow, I really see the thrust coming off of those propellers. It's really got some decent thrust. Now you can see it's trying to fight the curb there, but that's probably a good thing. That would make it pick up debris. There's a dead bug there. Let's see if it gets that here in a minute. So look, it's trying to steer away from the sides and go towards the middle of the pool. And I'm not sure how much smart technology is in this thing. It looks like it's got some kind of sensors or cameras on the front. I don't know if it's as advanced as like a Roomba. Look, it's going right for this piece of grass here, but it missed it. All right, now it's turning. Now I don't know if it's turning by itself or if it's because of the water flow. Oh my gosh, there is so much stuff in my basket. that's been skimmed out. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. It goes against all my nature. I'm gonna dump this trash back in the pool. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm gonna dump it back in the pool. And I'm gonna leave the pump off, and I'm gonna let this thing go around, and I'm gonna see if it does as good a job as the skimmer. Pump is off, dumped all the trash out of the skimmer. Oh, it's going to the bottom, a lot of it, because it's wet. Shit. That might have been stupid. Oh, wow, but look, it's really gathering that stuff up. Wow, it's really working. You can see it doing its thing. So the pump is off, there's no more water flow. And look at it, it's like it's aiming right for the trash. Okay, here's my first take, first day, first 5 minutes. Does the Betta automatic pool skimmer work? Yes. Yes, it does. It absolutely does what they claim. It drives around and it effectively skims the surface for leaves. Now, this is the question. How long will it last? We all know that when we buy these overseas products that have lithium-ion batteries, you put them outside, they don't last very long. Can I just leave this thing in there all the time, and is it going to last? Is the water going to affect it? Is the sun going to affect it? I'm sorry, is that politically incorrect to call them a pool boy? The aquatic technicians that clean your pool are going to be rather unhappy with this Betta automatic pool skimmer. Yes, I went inside for like an hour to actually offload these videos. The pool's completely clean. This thing has completely skimmed the whole pool. The pump is not on. I'm very impressed. Holy crap. It cleaned the whole thing. There's like one or two little leaves. Just wanted to come out here and talk about this thing. It is 10 o'clock at night, all right? So the sun has been down. It's 10:30. So the sun's been down about 3 or 4 hours. So this thing clearly has enough charge to just keep rocking and rolling. The water's perfectly still. It's totally clean. And it's just rocking and rolling. It's still going. So obviously it has a pretty good battery because it's been running for like 3-4 hours without the sunlight directly on it. Lights are blinking. It's moving pretty slow, but it's still going. So we'll check on it in the morning. Oh boy, it's the next morning. And unsurprisingly, this thing is working great. Here it comes. The surface of the pool is 100% spotless. Those leaves down there are the ones I dumped in yesterday. And I can see, looking in the window, it's full of leaves and debris. And just this little bit of light has it going. I don't know if it still has battery left over. It's really early in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. So there's not a lot of sunlight. But without any direct sunlight, it seems to be still powered. I don't know if it still has battery left over from yesterday, but it's you can see the thrust patterns, how it turned. It saw the wall, it turned. That way it doesn't just scrape along the edges. So very, very impressed. I've said it enough, I think. But the surface of the water is 100% like glass. I don't think I've ever seen it this clean. There's always a layer of dust and just little things, bugs and debris. There's absolutely nothing. It's like a sheet of glass. And I really don't see a point in running the pump like I used to. I was running the pump about 12 hours a day. I think I'm going to run it a lot less now. Using this is going to save me a lot of money. I'm very, very impressed with this thing. Again, it really just comes down to its longevity. We're going to see how long it continues doing this. And I'll do a follow-up if and when it breaks. So basically, when you watch this video, let me just say it this way. If you're watching this video many months from when it's posted, or even years, and I haven't posted a follow-up, that means it's just working. There's no reason to mention it again.
So, I'm impressed with it, man. I really am.